Good afternoon, good evening, everybody, all over the world. You are so welcome in new session from our sessions in Eco Training Centers about the SDGs. Today, we have very important topics that all the world handling and talking and discuss about this and how to protect our climate. And because of the climate change that's happening in our world, there is increasing interest for these topics. To discuss this SDG and the climate change in general, we are going to welcome our speakers for today. We welcome Johan Ara Hassan. She's Assistant Headmaster, Nashat Juti Milis, Adoresh Baba Lai. If you and pronounce it, please correct if I am not. Tongi Kizipur, Bangladesh. She has about 17 years teaching experiences, ICT for Education Districts Ambassador, A2I, Bangladesh, T4 Ambassador, Wakalat Community Leader, Master Trainer on ICT. You are welcome. Also, you welcome Anjali Gukali.
It's Anjali Google.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Anjali Googly, TJT Social Science, Institutional Coordinator, International Relations Cell, SP Patil Public School.
Right.
Bimeri Chiniwat Education, Trust, Boni Maharashtra.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity.
You are welcome. Also, you welcome Nilufar Yasmin. She is Headmasters, Dakhin Kalkun Master Bara, Government Primary Schools. She has 27 years teaching experiences, ICT for Education, District Ambassador, A2I, Bangladesh, T4 Ambassador, Ambassador Pro Global School Alliance, MIE Expert 2021-22. You are also so welcome. And Mr.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And Mr. Ronnie Anthony, he will be the moderator for this sessions. Mr. Ronnie is a science teacher and SDG coordinator. At Startling International School in Taiwan, Taiwan Eco Training Center coordinator, Taiwan also coordinator, Teach SDG Ambassadors 2021, Green Difference Award also 2021. You are welcome. All and now the stage for you, Mr. Ronnie, to begin.
Okay, it's an honor, a pleasure to be part of this moment. And for SDG goal number 13 is one of the most important goal in this recent time. I'm not saying other goals are not important, but I think climate action is one of the important one that now we need to and we can work on as a team. So today I'm so happy to present the three eminent and great teachers from Bangladesh and from India, and from Johan Ara Hassan and Anjali Gokhale from India, and Nilufar Yasmin from Bangladesh. And they are great teachers, and I have a chance to listen from them before and discuss it. And they have a lot of experience and action plan, and I hope we can learn from the action plan. From a Taiwan point of view, I will try to be on backseat. And if you want to know any climate action that we do in Taiwan, please feel free to ask me. I will share it in between. So let's kickstart the discussion from Jahana Hassan and share a lot of things to show us and explain and share her experience. So Jahan, it's all yours.
Thank you, Ronnie. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Good afternoon, good evening to all my respective educators who are present here. It gives me an immense pleasure to start this auspicious session by heartiest welcome everyone, and I'm so happy to be a part of this session. Well, I don't want to waste my time. I just want to share my screen. Okay, I think my screen is visible here.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. Actually, my school's situated in a industrial area, and my schools, most of the students belongs to slum area. So here is a challenge to receive them education as a primary need and then motivate them to work on different SDGs. I will try my level best to engage my students to work on different SDGs, especially SDG 4 and SDG 30, because where actually they are living, it is an industrial area and they are always faces lots of problems. So I would like to welcome to all of you, and again I would like to morning, afternoon, evening, whatever you would like, and welcome to our today's session from Bangladesh. This session actually presented on behalf of my students. I'm just presented here because my students prepared this session, and some of my beloved students who are actually work hard on this climate change session, I must want to show their name and their activities to all of you. I think you see their name. They are Toma, Umama, Bishti, Shopna, Lucky, Arif, Israfil, some students who are always actively part different collaborative projects, especially SDG 13. And this project actually, during this pandemic situation, they are collaborating with an UK school. The name of my partner school is Boston Kent Primary School, Bramfields, Borston Court, City Trend to PW, United Kingdom. And this is my school's name, Nishat Jukmes Adarsh Vidyalaya, Gazipur, Bangladesh. So again, I would like to welcome to all of you. Well, I have an idea to involve my students on SDG 13. So I just focus my students that what actually you face when you are living. As I mentioned you that all the students live in an industrial area, so they are always facing lots of problems, especially air pollution, water pollution, sometimes sound pollution. So I just give a clue that think about the pollution that actually you faced surrounding your environment. So the students take some photos that is actually their surrounding places. Picture number one, actually they took it from the Google that what are the effects of climate change in Bangladesh. Then they took this peak around near their places, because in the summer season, when actually there is no water, then the land is just like in this type, and people are very much suffer to grow crops. And this is the scenario of a stormy time, and this is the time of flood that actually happened in each and every year in Bangladesh, and my student suffers a lot. Here is a student of my school who actually suffers a lot to come to school during this the flood season. And this is another scenario that my students' guardian actually use boats in this time to communicate from one place to another or to go to their working place. So I like my students to involve them that actually what do they think about the climate change. Then I inspire my students to think about the situation that actually happened, what had happened in the climate and how can the climate is changing, who are the responsible for it, what should we do to prevent the situation. Just I try to involve my students critically, to involve them critical thinking and then problem solving. This is my motto. I want to use this core skill to implement my students during this pandemic situation. So many paintings actually they are drawn, but I love these three pictures. They are really outstanding. Picture number one, if all the respective educators see it, that one of the students, her name is Shapna, she's showing that the earth is warming. So there is a concept that comes into her mind that the earth is warming, that's why the climate is changing. Then another student named Iti, she's drawing that actually it is a common scenario they are facing each and everywhere, that when the flood time, people suffer a lot, their lives become really so tough, and people are using boat because they don't have any alternative here, and then they buy or they sell anything passing this hard time. So this is another concept. And if you look this picture number 3, okay, just return it. Okay, if you see this picture number 3, this is another student's name, Farjana Yasmin Toma. She is drawing a nice concept here, because in my country, Bangladesh, it is actually famous for its green beauty. But this part is the represent of the rural area. But this part she is painting here represent in the urban area where actually they are living. They are living in an industrial area where actually the environment is totally changes like this way, where pollution is a common matter, and every time trees are cut down and people are not conscious to plant more trees to keep the environment safe and clean for their future generation or for themselves. So this is really a wonderful thing for my students, who is actually want to show here. So I just involve them. Another thing that I give them a clear clue. Just think 2 problems in your community that face you all the time, and try to find out the cause of the problem, try to find out the solution of the problem, and try to find out the effect of the problem. My students here are going to busy to prepare an issue tree where actually they are focused on 2 major problems in their own community, and the reason, and these 2 reasons are actually directly depend on climate change in their area. So this is the issue tree they are finally created, and they also create some poster presentation here. They used to Google to make something, or sometimes they use their own imagination. Finally, these are the main picture of the common issue tree as disregarding climate change. They just indicate here air pollution and water pollution. And these roots of the trees, they actually indicate that these are the cause of air pollution. And these sites, these are the cause of water pollution. I will show some video that my students present when they actually describe it. And these 4 leaves, these are also the these are also the cause or effect of air pollution, and this is the cause and effect of water pollution. And finally, these 6 pages, they are showing how to solve this problem. After that, they create some poster here like save our future, no pollution is the only solution to save the earth, no nature, no future, climate change threats, threaten food security, and then say no to climate change. And if you can reuse it, refuse it. Be a part of the solution, not the part of a problem. So this type of picture, then they present in front of the school, their teacher help them, motivate them. Finally, their partner school appreciate a lot. But now I would like to share some videos that actually my student wants to show here. This is the issue tree that actually a collaborative project with UK school and Bangladesh, that is my school and a UK school. So here, UK partner school actually do their part, and my students focus in this section. Your respective educators, if you see it, then just see here, students thinking from Bangladesh. water and air pollution. So these are their main theme. These are their poster point, and these are their presentation. This is their dreamland. They need to such a country that actually everywhere green, air is fresh, there is no pollution, there is no harm for their health. So this is their dreamland, and they want to focus on modern city also, how to be how to make a modern city with a nice and clean environment. They just focus it there. If I show the picture, then please see here. They make a project about modern city where actually roads and highway. There is lots of trees. There is also beaches here, which is neat and clean. They also use greenhouse energy. They also use different religious things. These are their thinking about climate change. And finally, there are some presentation. Actually, I want to show you just one video presentation of my school. Here are lots of video presentation, but I want to show this one.
And share our opinion about the solution of this problem. And share about the solution of this problem.
Okay, I think now it's clear. Okay. Is it here, sir? Is it audible?
Yes, it's audible and visible. Yes.
Okay. So, but sound is not heard, ma'am.
I could hear the sound, ma'am.
Okay. So this is the motto of my students. They actually shows the reason, cause and effect, and they also focus on their solution part. These three students take part different collaborative project with UK school, and especially on SDG 13. So these are the solutions of different pollution they are focused on. Not only that, my school actually focus on the support of local community here. This is the picture of a local NGO. I think it's not a local NGO, it's an international NGO. It's named World Vision Bangladesh. So he is the CEO of this part of our area, and they also arrange different programs based on climate change action. And my school also arrange different awareness program, especially to how to reduce waste, how to use same things again and again to prevent pollution, to save our earth, and also celebrate different days so that the students feel encouraged, like Children Days, like Women Days, because schools focus to involve the students on SDG 4 and 13, especially 13, because now it's the time to save our world from different pollution, different things. And then students make some wonderful things when I give them a clue how to reduce plastic pollution. When you are in your schools, then you use different types of bottles, plastic pots, and after finishing your meals, then you just throw here and there. So how can you use and reuse it to save your climate? Because your climate, it's your responsibility to save your climate. So they make different things like pen folder, like a flower pot. They just plant some trees here. They address it, new leaves, new hope. And this way, so my students, finally, I just give them that you can think a lot of things. Now, come to the point that how can you change it, change your attitude? How can you solve this pollution? So I just address them that first we must admit that climate change is everyone's problem. First, we believe that it is not a specific problem for any country or any person. It is actually everyone's problem. So no agency, no government or scientists can fix it for us. We are all in this together. We got here because of our lifestyle. Our lifestyle has to change. So my student thinks that we need to plant trees. First of all, we need to plant trees, but not only to plant trees, but also we need to nurse the seed. if we do not protect it, we cannot ensure a healthy environment for the future generation. Then we must reuse or recycle things, and we must be careful about using energy. So it is always our habit that we are not aware to use energy. And then finally, they think that to reduce waste, we need some specific things, and to save energy, we need we need travel to green way, and then we start small. Actually, planting trees is starting is a small point, but it has a huge opportunity to clean the environment, to save our environment for the future existence. Well, on these things, this is another.
And lastly, we come to research again. I like to say causes of air pollution. There are consumption of fossil fuels, emission from industries and factories, agricultural activities, waste products, their main reason. That's it.
So this is the theme of this student, that she is always facing this air pollution, and she is facing always water pollution problem.
Water pollution cause of is untreated industrial effluent, agricultural runoff, improper disposal of domestic waste, human waste, and illicit waste collection and treatment. Thank you.
So in this way, my partner school from UK, they also say their own opinion about tree plantation project and clean water project. They also draw some pictures. They also make some posters to save the earth from different waste, to save the seas. And then they also write us climate change speech for my students. Finally, they show their wall presentation, and we are just cross-sharing it with each other, and they appreciate us. So I think if the students are not be prepared for that, are not ready to say, are not ready to be a part of this presentation or this SDGs, then we do not have any choice to fulfill our mottos. So that's it, Ronnie, on behalf of myself. If you have any questions.
So let's now listen from Anjali Gogole from India. And then the end of the one, we can discuss about the specific action plan that your students and locally we are doing. So Anjali ma'am, it's all yours here.
Thank you, Ronnie. Thanks for the opportunity. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Anjali Gugle. I am the institutional coordinator and also the international coordinator for the collaborations and that our school does. The name of our school is SB Patil Public School. We are located in Pune, Maharashtra, India. To begin with, I would certainly like to appreciate Jahan ma'am's presentation, all the efforts ma'am has taken to in all the teaching learning practices that she's followed to spread more awareness and among the children. I really appreciate the way she has explained it, and I must say it is not only the governments or the teachers or us, we all are together in this sustainable development goal, that is climate action. We cannot say that only the politicians or scientists or the governments are responsible for this. So we have to teach our children so that they are ready for the future. To begin with, I would like to share our school story. Very recently, children from our school, they have created a video on climate action. And I would like to share that video with all of you. So shall I share my screen, ma'am?
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
you
Yes.
can.
All right. So before I start with the presentation, I would like to share the video with all of you. Just is the screen visible to all?
Yes, it's
Yes, ma'am.
visible.
Shall I play the video?
Okay.
What we have been doing, this school story, this video has been created by 4 students of grade 8. So shall I proceed with the video?
In fact, no, we can't hear the video well.
Anjali ma'am, are you over there, ma'am?
It seems like she lost the connection, like maybe some internet issues there. So, Nilfer, are you there? So maybe you can start the presentation and we wait for Anjali to come in.
Yes, I'm here. Okay.
Yeah, so
Yes.
maybe you can start
Yes.
the presentation till sometime the networks can, so maybe you can do the
Yes,
presentation, then we wait for Anjali to, okay?
Okay. Ronnie, you are also ready to, when my connection was not available, you just continue, okay?
Yeah, I will do my
I
best. Yeah,
just,
no problem.
here also network connection just up and going, okay? So now I am going to share my screen. Okay, good afternoon and good evening to this participant, to this my all friends, and thank you so much, my previous speaker.
Yes,
Mrs.
hello, ma'am.
Jan.
Okay, I think Anjali's
Yes.
back.
Yeah, so shall I play my video? I'm so sorry.
Sure.
There's a connectivity
Yeah,
issue here. Yeah.
Okay, so Anjali, when you share the video, maybe you can use it, how to maximize the playback, okay?
All right. Okay. So I'm
Okay,
just
thanks,
starting here.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, then I okay.
Is it audible and are you able to view the video?
Okay,
Yes,
ma'am.
yes.
It's
go ahead.
fun. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Follow 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. So better to reduce and reuse rather than recycling, and further that is refuse. We should learn to refuse using these materials which can cause a damage to our environment. No disposables, no plastics, no polythene. This is how we are, in our own sweet way, we are contributing to conserve the environment. What we are doing in the school, so we are trying to put more awareness among people. Even the parents, those who visit to school for certain admissions or certain documentation, the staff having hand wash and sanitizer, that too herbal based in our school premises, so that we can support the environment. That is an area I think which we need to further touch upon and use this energy to have some kind of the energy park actually we are thinking to have in the system, in the school system, so that every equipment, every toy, every game, every instrument works on that kind of energy which is generated from the natural resources. So we shall continue with the solar panel, its maintenance, so that the efficiency is more, rainwater harvesting, cleanliness of surrounding areas, And then wind energy, as I said, but it is still in the pipeline. We are working towards it. And we'll continue with all good practices what we are already doing.
We have started a workshop. We have conducted last 3-4 years, starting from grade 5 to grade 10 students. We have encouraged them to make Ganesha idol by their own, eco-friendly way, and we have trained students for that. And then we are motivating them to pray for that Ganesha idol only. Then Ganesha idol Visarjan. It used to be done in the river and in the sea, but then it has polluted our environment. So we are encouraging students to do it Visarjan also at home in a small bucket by decorating it with a flower petal and rangoli. Another festival is Holi. So instead of using chemical colors and all, so students are using homemade colors. By using different vegetables and different types of plants and all, they are making their colors by their own, and they are using those colors during Holi also. Then in Diwali, so in previous years, we have motivated students not to burst tractors because it encouraged for the noise pollution.
When I visited in India on some places, tourist places or picnic places, that time I observed the people are throwing the garbage anywhere in the rivers. I saw Narmada river was polluted, even Ganga river I saw it was polluted. So that time I realized I should have to do something for the environment or to save earth. So I discussed with authorities and I told ma'am I want to do something for the earth or for the environment. Then we have discussed and we have established the Eco Club.
Especially if we talk about the year 2020, after the lockdown, we have seen a lot of change in the climate. Students in their surroundings, near their homes, they planted some saplings and they shared the pictures. And also we followed a curriculum wherein we showed them the various hazards of the growing pollution which is affecting the climate and leading to global warming. So this is during the online classes.
खोकल्यासाठी आड उसाई व्यापारी जात मलेरियासाठी परत पेंडुंबाचं आहे परत शेवगा आहे शेवगाच्या औषधीसाठी शेवगाचे येते.
So I hope you liked our school story, how the different practices we are following in our school, like we are using solar panels for generating electricity. Then we are also practicing rainwater harvesting to provide for water during especially during the summer season when we have scarcity of water in the school premises. And also we've reduced our electricity bills to almost below more than 50%. So apart from that, we are also thinking about having windmills for generating electricity. So these are some of the practices which are eco-friendly for saving the environment. Now, Roni, can I share my presentation also? A couple of few more things I'd like to share with all the delegates. Is my screen visible to all?
Yes.
Okay, so this is our presentation. SB Patil Public School is located in Pune, Maharashtra, India. This is our school website. You can always visit this website to know more about the activities that we've been doing. Our school is a CBSE affiliated NABET accredited British Council IDS certified co-educational English medium school, and we have more than 2,500 students in our school. We have These are the some pictures, our vision and mission. Our vision is a holistic development for each child as per his or her potential with a positive approach towards life. Our mission is to prepare children for the future as global citizens by providing requisite knowledge and skills in an environment of sharing and caring. So I will, without further waiting much, I would directly go to the activities that we've been doing. Recently, we received the Innovative Learning and Green Campus School Award for the various practices we've been following for saving the environment in our curriculum and in our everyday everyday life. We are encouraging students to we are promoting eco-friendly ways, for example saving electricity, saving water, and as it has been shown in the video also. And apart from that, especially during the time of COVID, we feel SDG 13 is not in isolation. We feel that other SDGs, all the other SDGs are linked with each with the SDG 13. If you're talking about the climate, it talks about responsible consumption and responsible production. So here some of the activities we have been doing, as you can see. In fact, we also did a collaboration with the Bangladesh school, with Jahan ma'am school, and we the theme was combating the e-waste and the cleanliness drive we did. And this was really a wonderful activity in which not only the children but the parents also were involved in e-waste collection, as you can see, and a lot of awareness. Children, teachers, and parents, they spread. As you can see, the e-waste rally was conducted, and in this collaboration, this was really a wonderful collaboration because children could talk to the people. They could talk about the hazards of e-waste and its impact on the climate. Now, once the e-waste is collected in our school premises, this is a regular practice. It is segregated, and then it is given to the municipality for further processing. So we do have a school eco club also, which takes care of these things. Apart from that, in our school curriculum, we do have gardening as a subject. When we teach children to grow, we have a vegetable garden and compost making zone. As you can see in this picture, we encourage children to get involved in more environment saving activities. So we inaugurated our compost making zone. Here you can see the pictures of the various vegetables children had grown. Fenugreek, onions, tomatoes, dill, coriander was grown in the school premises also. So here are some of the activities of rethinking plastic challenge. Also we participated. Self-watering planters were, they were taught how to make self-watering planters using plastic bottles and newspaper planters. So here are some pictures of learning about propagation of indoor plants. Then we also encourage children to get involved in more innovation in science and technology to save the environment. As you can see in these models, children are working about on how they're explaining how the windmills mills work for generating electricity. And we do also have the best out of waste activities also. Let me just go back to the previous slide. Yeah, here you can see that even children are involved in various activities on best out of waste. We have also done collaborations with schools in Sri Lanka and Nepal on various themes related to the sustainable development goals. Then this year in 2019-2021, our children have been participating in the Model United Nations, wherein they do discuss topics and related to saving the environment. Then recently our school collaborated with schools in Israel and a few Middle East countries also. The project was mainly related to rethink plastic, and they as you can see, I can show you here on the website. Here is my screen visible? This is a website which is created by one of the students, and we focused on the 7 R's: rethink, refuse, reduce, reuse, repurpose, regift, and repair. You can see children doing so many projects, and this website has been designed by one of the students only. This was a 3 weeks project in which children discussed, and they discussed about the solutions to the climate change and problems related to climate change. What are the things that we can do? These are some of the artwork shared by some of the children, some videos. This is a Padlet page which talks about how plastic was invented and eventually how it became a huge problem. Here is week 2 activities. Again, it talks about the problem and the solution, consideration and uses of plastic. We also played a quiz. We play various quizzes on plastic challenge, and which is related to saving the environment. So these are some of the activities done by children on best out of waste and making posters, making videos. So, and this was a very, very enriching activity and a very good learning outcome we achieved from this particular activity. Now I will again go back to my presentation. This is the school solar panels. You can see this is the view from the terrace, and we do have these kind of stickers which focus on saving electricity, and we keep on promoting these things in our schools so that children are aware about saving the environment. These are the figures which show us how much electricity we've been producing in our school. Apart from that, in all our international collaborations, we always encourage international collaborations. We've had collaborations with Japan. Very soon, we are going to have one collaboration with Kyoto University in Japan, and another school that is Walpole Prosky's Primary School in United Kingdom. And we are going to work on various other topics which are related to the SDGs, on the theme of the SDGs. Then here are our school facilities. This is just a quick glimpse of how our online teaching is going on these days. Some pictures from before the lockdown and how children learn about gardening. This is the play zone. This is the computer lab. Our corridors, school corridors. This is our safe parking zone. School canteen. School library, we have more than 6,000 books in our school library. Then this is the innovation lab where children are, whenever they have anything new they want to discuss, they want to try something new, they are always encouraged. So we do have a school innovation lab to encourage children to do something innovative. Here we have the school medical room. This is our school robotics lab. We have in total 12 sections of the pre-primary section for nursery, junior KG and senior KG. And we have 25 sections as per the data for last year, 2021. Primary section, we have 25 classes with 40 students each, 40 to 45 students each. And secondary section, we have in total 26 classes with around 40 to 45 students each. So, and this is a glimpse of the various festivals and activities which we used to do before the lockdown. So this was my presentation. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening to me patiently. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thanks a lot, Anjali. Okay, Nilfer, I think it's your turn because we are running out of the time. So hopefully you can, do presentation from your side, then we can go for the question section. So Nilfer, are you there?
Ronnie, I think Nilfer has just sent her presentation to you through mail. If you don't mind, please show it to her because she has been facing internet issues. She's trying to join her.
Okay. So did you share this? Do you want me to like share or?
Yeah, you just share the presentation, and Nilüfer was trying to join here.
Okay.
So technical issues.
So maybe we can, meanwhile, we can actually talk about the, the action plan that we mentioned before. Okay. So maybe during the time, if you guys have any questions, that's the time that you can ask both Anjali ma'am and Jahan now. So we wait for Nilüfer. Okay. So if you have any question, please feel free to ask them. And Jahan, I was listening to Jahan before, and she have a lot of action plan in their neighborhood, and the students are very active. So I was really interested in, especially the issue 3. When I see the issue 3, I was like, wow, that's really good. You know, they connected to the climate action. So if you guys have any questions, anything, please feel free to ask them. Okay.
Yes, there is a question from Mr. Azadeen. Mr. Azadeen, you want to see it? Okay, I will say the question. Do your school finance your SDG projects? Any projects in the schools? Are they funded, and whom? The question for John.
Thank you, sir. Actually, I think I mentioned you from the very beginning of my presentation that my school is situated in a garments area where most of the students belongs to slum area, and education is not their primary demand here. We are, as a teacher, we are just trying to convince them to come to school to receive at least SSC level, secondary level education for their future life. So there is no specific fund in my school also, because we don't have another earning ways to spend here. So how can we do it? As a teacher, as a British Council school coordinator, I have some fund for them, because I have an opportunity to work with the different collaborative projects and funding projects. So I can get some fund from them, their project, and I will keep some of the money for the students, so that they can feel interest to work on different SDGs. They can be able to know what is actually SDGs, why are they need to involve there, and how they are improve their present situation, and how they can be a global citizen in future. So for the betterment of my students, it is actually only financed by me, not my schools, not any other ways. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So in our case, in our case, we don't have any funding as such from any organization, but we do have a trust. It is the Finchwood Education Trust, which provides all kind of funding for example, we do have the solar panels in our school to for generating electricity, or for rainwater harvesting. So the trust provides us the funds for implementing all these eco-friendly practices, but as such, no funding from anybody else, no other organization.
Awesome. Okay, there is another question. Yes, there is another question from my side.
Sir.
As you know, as you know, if you look back to the history of the climate during many centuries, we can find that this change in climate, it continuous. It's not related to our age or our era. I mean, this kind of changes is not new, but now there is more interest about the climate change. How can you explain why there are more interest about climate change? I know that there is a huge impacts and dangerous impacts for the climate change, but we read and we looked out back to the history and found that all the ages have changing in the climate.
Jahan ma'am, would you like to answer or shall I answer?
So, ma'am, you can, because Anilufar ma'am is joining with us. She has technical issues. So if you
Okay.
just answer it, then I will. Okay.
Right. So, sir, like in our case, being a social science teacher, I am a social science teacher, and we do have, as you can see, that we have been following so many practices to make children aware about, being vigilant and aware about the problems that are there, and we are facing it now. Like if we talk about India, very recently, so many natural calamities have happened. Tsunamis have been there, and because of the climate change, especially after the lockdown, we've observed that pollution has reduced because people were in their homes, they were not moving out. So that has created some change in the weather. So this we do activities like observation of the weather. This activity was done with the children, wherein they were told to observe the weather and make notice what changes they observe. For example, we do observe new birds. Earlier, the sparrows were, their population was reducing. And now the children are observing that, yes, now those sparrows which were not there, their population had reduced. Now they are appearing again. So this is because of the reduced pollution. Now, apart from that, various solutions we discuss in the class about the different kinds of pollution and how we can stop that. How we can, at a local level in our homes, because if we get into the practice of, teaching our children to follow eco-friendly ways. For example, responsible consumption and production is directly related to saving the climate and the environment. The more we buy, the more in the market, more products will be produced, and it will further create a pressure on the natural resources. These kind of activities, these kind of curriculums we have been implementing in our school to make children aware that you should do responsible consumption and responsible production. Then apart from that, how to reduce pollution. For example, in our video we have shown how to celebrate festivals in an eco-friendly way, not to burst crackers, use natural colors during the festival of Holi. And idol worship we do in our festivals, so idols should be made in an eco-friendly way so that when they are immersed into the river, they don't pollute the river. So these are some of the practices that we are following in our school.
Thank you very much.
And I feel we have to be local. We have to start from the local level. We have to make our children aware so that they are ready for the future challenges. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I totally agree with you. Thank you. So, Ronnie, please, I think we need to talk Ms. Nilufar, ma'am. Nilufar, ma'am, are you there? Nilufar, ma'am?
Okay.
Yeah, I think she's there. Nilufar, are you there? Can you hear us?
It seems she lost.
Yeah, I think they may have some.
Actually, today's in Bangladesh, the weather is so cold that it is raining. So there's a technical issues actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone have any question related to the SDG number 13 about the climate change? They can. Anyone want to ask? Okay, you can, or you can write in the chat box. Okay. Another question, please. I noticed that you are focusing on the education and how can we deal with the SDG number 13, the climate change in the classroom, in the school. It's very important to say that the role of teachers, the role of the educators is very important to beat the dangers and the risks that relate to the climate change. There is many, let's say, many roles can teachers do. from educational perspective, from my side, I can say, as educator, teachers should consider the climate change in their objectives, daily objectives, in their activities, and in the evaluation of students. Even if you want to use videos, any other materials, we have to consider this. There we have two approaches, either to say it directly about the climate change or to integrate it to the curriculum. I mean, here in many subjects, we can consider the climate change, for example, in science and social studies, in the language, and we try to give this information while we are teaching other subjects and other materials. So it is very important to consider this, not only the climate change, all the SDGs, but maybe because we are talking here now about the climate change, I am focusing on this point. The role of teacher is the basic and very crucial for changing the behavior toward saving and protecting the climate. So we have to be aware about what's going on for the climate and how can we face any risks or any impacts of the climate change. The role of education is vital, and I think you give from your experience, very great experience, awesome ones, and I think we can take you as a model for doing such these activities in our schools. Thank you.
Kamal sir, there's one request. Ronnie sir, there's one request. One of my students from grade 8 would like to share her thoughts on what she's learning about climate change. Her name is Dhavala. So can I allow her?
Of course.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes.
So, good afternoon, good evening. Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, good evening to everyone. I am Dhavala from SB Patil Public School, and I am the student of Anjali, ma'am. So, I would like to share about what has our school done to reduce the effect of global warming and my thoughts that what I think that the further plans that should be taken. So, as the video was there, that solar energy, rainwater harvesting, and growing of trees. So the most important thing is planting of trees, and I would like to share that our school is planting trees, and also the trees that cure various diseases like malaria, cough, and stomach related diseases. Also, our school focuses on the usage of natural resources or inexhaustible resources. And also, our school has done a lot to raise awareness among the people about the various hazards to the environment. And even the Eco Club students, they have also contributed a lot. They used to go and visit different places where the cleanliness was not at all maintained. They themselves used to clean the areas using, brooms and all. And about the e-waste management, also rallies were held to raise awareness among the people about the e-waste management. We were also told to make project files about the e-waste thing, and we were asked to collect the e-waste, and our school submitted it for recycling. So these are the initiatives taken by our school to reduce the effect of global warming. And I would like to tell you that don't be the part of pollution, be the part of solution. So grow more and more trees. I suggest that we should plant one tree on our birthday. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Lovely, Dhavala. Thank you so
Thank you very much.
You summed up so many things.
I think,
okay,
I think Nilfer is back. Nilfer is back. Maybe Nilfer, go on.
Sorry.
Because, okay.
Hello.
Yeah, you can. Nilfer is here. Okay. Just.
Yes.
Please share your presentation.
Yeah. I'm sorry. So sorry.
It's fine. Network, this happens all the time. It's fine. It's fine. It happens. Don't worry.
Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Just so much unstable here.
I think Ronnie can
Our
present
program
the
is
presentation, ma'am. Ronnie can present.
Yes,
So,
of course, why not?
so,
Please,
so Ronnie, please
you
present you.
present this,
And she can just explain.
please.
Okay.
I will try now.
Okay.
Sorry, there is echo. Please, there is echo. Please stop another mobile or computer.
Ma'am, you just explain everything, and Ronnie is just sharing. Then I think it will be okay, because we have.
Okay, I will share Nilfer, and then you can talk. Okay.
Yeah, Nilfer ma'am, you just explain, and Ronnie can share. Okay. Nilfer ma'am, start your presentation. Ronnie, share your presentation here. You just talk what about actually you want to say in your presentation.
Yes. Just yeah. My previous presenter presents climate important SDGs 13 and climate action, and this one part of is plastic pollution. Running. Then yes, here overview is okay. Okay, you. Yes. Then next slide, Ronnie. Next slide. Yes, overview, introduction. Okay, just what is plastic? Plastics are synthetic material usually made from, okay, yes, usually made from oil and natural gas. We know plastics are made by linking thousands of monomers like bisphenol, BPA, and vinyl chloride, harmful and toxic. The main types of plastics are polythene, it's bottles, jars, bags, and cups, and polystyrene, cups and platters, and polypropylene, just it's our straw and liquor fat, and PVC. It's also shows pipes and furniture. Ronnie, next slide. This called actual plastic. Yes, magnitude of problem increasing. Okay, is not visible. Okay, rapid and sustainable increase in anthropogenic debris of oceans that are its own risk from 5 million tons to over 250 million tons current, because it's inexpensive, lightweight, strong, and easily used. About 3 metric tons of plastic is estimated to be entering the over 50 seconds. Okay, Ronnie, then next slide. Okay. Oh, it's so bad actual. Okay, images of plastic pollution. Then we see now we see this how many types of plastics pollution in these scenarios. Then next slide. Okay, plastic pollution of Bangladesh. Actually, Bangladesh now just Bangladesh generated approximately 300 tons of plastic waste per day. Actually, nowadays, Bangladesh all time plastic. Do you hear me? Actually,
Yes, ma'am.
Ronnie, then okay. Next slide. Main sources actually, approximately 80% comes from land-based sources, litter, pedestrian, motorist-based visitors, and industrial disasters such as platters and powders, and garbage management such as containers and trucks and landfills. Then next slide. I off my camera. Maybe it's next slide. Ronnie, next slide. Do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Right. Next slide. It's problem for people. Tourism value for swimming areas can cause harmful. Okay, and wildlife issues, entanglements, ingestions, chemicals, invasive stresses, coral reefs can be harmed, and ghost fishes. Overall, 10,000 lakh seabirds and 1 lakh marine mammals and 1,000 of natural turtles are killed every year, actually. Impact of fishing gear. You see that? I have then. Yes. Reduce the best thing we can do use less plastic. If we don't use it, there is no way it can end up in our oceans.
There is technical issues.
No excuse for single use.
Mr. Ronnie,
Yeah.
I think we can't hear.
Take your own bags to the
Yeah,
supermarket.
We can't
Grow
hear.
your own
Can't hear,
vegetables
please.
and fruits. Say
Yeah.
no stress. Use
Nilüfer, ma'am,
reusable
I
clothing
think.
that we all are. Okay.
Ma'am,
Then.
Okay, so I will try to wrap it up her presentation. She's talked about plastic pollution in her country, and so happy she actually introduced two of the entrepreneurs, business people from Bangladesh. They are doing great. They're recycling plastic and they're making like a mats. And those are the people who are really interested in it, and they're great. It's to business. So maybe Jahan or like Nilüfer, they can talk about these two business people. They're turning the plastic waste into product. So those are the one is really the story she want to talk to you all. And Nilüfer, can you listen to us? Or can you hear us? Or do you want to talk about? Because we are running out of time, that's the reason.
Yeah.
I think there are a lot of the network problems out there. So maybe it's a good time to wrap it up because it's been more than 1 hour now. So Kamal, so any other questions that?
If we have any other question, yes, would you please, you can ask. Otherwise, we can finalize this session now. Okay. In the end of this session, I want to thank you very much for your great contribution, especially for the speakers and for Mr. Ronnie for his coordinations. And I think it is a very great and important subject we are talking about today, and it needs more and more sessions about it when we go to the targets and indicators and related it to the education and it related to the other SDGs. I want to thank you again, and I hope we can see you again next Tuesday with another SDG. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for giving me this prestigious chance. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ronnie. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Goodbye. Bye.
Everyone.